all Prem teams outside of maybe Villa. You expect traditionally if you're a
Villa's
Prem
got
team.
an easy run.
Well, no, that's true as well. So to be fair,
I don't expect Arsenal to be going to the final or semis. That's not an expectation.
we'll see.
It's not even a slight. It's just not an expectation.
I just think Prem teams, they always get past at least the group stages. So let's just keep it. Let's keep it a buck. So it's easy enough to get to quarters.
Yo everyone, we are back with another episode of Keep It 90, episode 27, brought to you by the House of NNESAGA and of course hosted by Spotify. So how was everybody and how was everybody's weekend? Copes, you're opposite me, so I'll start with you.
No, it was all good, you know. I didn't really get up to too much. Obviously, I went and saw Eddie's debut.
Okay.
In a Palace shirt.
And what was your thoughts on that? Go on.
It was all right. It was all right.
He didn't sound
No,
too
to be
impressed.
honest with you, I was impressed with him. As far as he looked active, you could tell he's trying to prove something.
Okay.
I just still think that Palace team in general, they're still trying to get back into the rhythm that they did at the end of last season. They're still not quite there. So
They're missing a big part of it, though, isn't it?
Well, Lise.
Yeah.
And
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah, even Anderson. I saw Mark Gay. He tried to do them passes, and they weren't quite hitting the same.
He ain't a passer. He's just a bully. No passer. He's just a bully.
So
that's it.
But nah. So yeah, did that. And apart from that, just chill the rest really. Just took it easy. Just tried to re-energize.
I hear you. Neats, talk to me.
I can't remember what I did this weekend. You know, I don't know. I think last week, in general, I scored 2 goals on EAFC for this club.
Talk our shit, twin.
Just putting that out there. Without my goals, only Lord knows how that night would have ended. But hey.
I just want to add in about my assist.
I wanted to add in that we was already in the lead as well, but fair enough. Look, it was a well-taken goal with a good assist, so I'll give you that, but there were some other things that did happen that you don't want to really...
FC 25, we gonna be there. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
And where are you playing for FC 25? May I ask? No. Where on the pitch?
Where on the pitch? Don't worry, innit? I'm gonna play where I want to play. Because I score goals now. Hopes, you better move. You better move. We need a new striker.
Hey, if you score goals, if you score them goals, you're more than happy to take that position. That's all good. It's all good.
And then Shiz, what did you get up to on the weekend?
Obviously, was at a wedding for our brother.
Jeez.
Got married on the weekend, man. Forever AC. Come on. So just a beautiful moment. Just a nice little step back, chill. And it was just an amazing time. You know, I feel like I'm still in the good spirit, so may this good spirit carry me throughout the week because I'm gonna need it.
I heard you're Nigerian now.
Who, me?
I'm talking to Shiz.
Me? I mean, I got some roots. You know what I'm saying? I got some roots, and that, you know what I'm saying? It all comes full circle, man. We're all in Africa, so.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
What did you do this weekend, sir?
I was a groomsman.
Oh, so you Nigerian too?
I was a groomsman. You know what I'm saying? I was a groomsman. Shout out to my brother Wale. You know what I mean? And congratulations as well. And it was a nice chilled weekend, and we picked up 3 points just. So obviously it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was a good. But we're not gonna get too far into it. But yeah, and then I scored goal of the season for the same club session, by the way, as well. Which it was crazy. You're gonna see that one soon. So yeah. Cool. Anyway, go on to weekend activities. Let's kick it off because obviously there was one massive game on the weekend, on the Sunday, North London derby.
Wouldn't really call it massive. I mean, they're just annoying people just next to us. I wouldn't really say they're not really out like, you know what I mean?
Wait. So are you not
massive?
Saying, are you saying it's not a big game?
No, it's like playing Southampton. It's like playing Southampton. Like Spurs are only relevant because of Arsenal. They're only relevant when it comes down to the games you play us, the 2 games a season. You lot get gassed. You talk crap. Oh, Arsenal this, Arsenal that. You couldn't even beat us with 2 key players out. Midfield was looking like slow. And you lot still couldn't beat us. I'm sorry, it's not a big game. They're not our rivals.
He's loving it.
I don't want none of that stuff. But yeah, it was a game nonetheless. That playing Southampton.
So it's not Super Sunday to you?
It's a Sunday.
Oh, why?
Only thing that was super was Arsenal, but I mean, there ain't no Super Sunday. I just needed to get that out there
Damn.
because I think Spurs still think there's a rivalry there, and there really isn't. Like, if you get dunked on that much, is it really a rivalry?
So they're just neighbours.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even noisy. They're quiet.
Yeah. You know, I don't even like Anita's. Because the thing is, we don't like Tottenham either. So
Yeah, so
I don't even mind it.
No London club likes Tottenham. This is it. No London.
I don't disagree with nothing, but this was just,
like,
it just started on
they should
such
pay
sharpness.
us to stay in the Premier League. I genuinely think that they should pay us to stay in the league. That nice stadium for them.
Do you know what? It's actually mad because they haven't beaten you guys at their home ground in 3 seasons.
That's crazy, by the way.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, so let's go into the neighbours game, the small game. Give me your thoughts. Who wants to go? I want to start with the Arsenal. So
Go on, Coates.
who wants to Copes? By all means, how did you feel about the game? First half, second half result, all of that. How did you feel? 2 key players gone as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Going into the game, I was like, no Rice, no Odegaard, even Moreno. Because subject to what everyone wants to say, the reality was he was coming in to be that Xhaka replacement everyone was telling me about.
His role was
So
important.
in theory, that's 3 starting midfield players not in the team. So I thought, boy, here we go. Jorginho,
And
Partey. Even like, and then the worst bit is no one knew who was going to be the third one. Everyone was saying Waneri, Trossard, Hazard was going to come back. So I was thinking,
Someone said Saka. Yeah, a couple of people said
yeah,
Saka.
yeah. So I was just thinking, this is just not going to work out. But you know what? We done what? Listen, there's a reason why we had the best defense in the league last year, and it showed.
Yeah, I agree with
That was a game where we were set up to basically not dominate the ball and just show, exactly that. Why we're the best. Gabriel and Saliba again, my brothers.
I think it was a lot of grit from you lot, though. I think it was gritty. It was because in the first half, I feel that Tottenham should have taken, like, for me as an overall, I feel like Tottenham should have taken advantage of how you lot started the game, and they just didn't have the answers. But Shiz, what do you think of the game? How do you feel about it?
I feel like, obviously, I'm never going to not be happy with 3 points. And obviously, having 2 key players out, it was nice to get the win at the end. I think the thing that annoyed me the most about our game is our passing accuracy was just horrid. And like the thing is, I can accept not having 2 key players and us being 0-0 at the time where it was like in the first half. I can accept that.
Yeah.
But what I couldn't accept was how sloppy we were in our passing. Like that annoyed me because we lost possession so many times, and it really could have led to goals if it wasn't for like the excellence of obviously Saliba, Gabriel, and Raya pulled off like a few saves as well. And I feel like we were saved by that, and it was a bit annoying just to see that how kind of how we fell apart. Like I literally said that it's like we done like passing training in the dark. It's like everyone just said like, oh yeah, just blindfold everyone and just pass. Like it felt that, I don't know. And the thing is with us, like we don't feed into how other teams play. So how Tottenham like to play fast and da-da-da. Yeah. We like to kind of slow it down. But I feel like when we started matching them and how fast they were moving, we started getting fidgety, losing the ball, and we just didn't seem settled. Yeah. But then when we started playing our game, it started settling down a little bit more. Obviously, Magalhaes, bullet header.
Yeah, good header as well.
I think
it was a bit poor from the goalkeeper. I think anything that goes in that 6 yards, you're to.
Yeah, but if you give a centre back like that who can score headers that much free space, unfortunately, I can't blame the keeper.
Yeah, I get you on that.
You got to blame you're gonna blame the keeper.
I just think the keeper should just always punch it out. That's just
you're
my.
Gonna say that it was a foul? Is that what you're gonna say?
I don't think Arsenal played well.
Yeah, but no,
100%
we didn't. But we didn't need to.
But the thing is, like, okay, no, I'm not saying you two, but online you would think this was the best masterclass from Arteta. Arteta got in on Angie's head, and I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing it as Tottenham are just shit in the final third. That's it. Because in that final third, the amount of chances they created, the amount of shots that they had that they should have scored was ridiculous. So if I was you guys, I'd be worried, because if someone like Rice is out, someone like, who said Moreno's meant to be coming in, right? But if he's not available, it's Jorginho and Partey are scary together. They are, Jorginho especially, he lost the ball several times. And it was frightening to watch. And again, it's just because of how quick Tottenham play. If they were clinical enough, then it would have been a whole different game. Unfortunately, to bring off the bench, all they had was Timo Werner. So
yeah. But I mean, listen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, but again, this is why I just think this is why again.
It was a champion's performance.
That's
though.
what I was just
Well,
about to
this
say.
is-
That's the main
it was.
thing.
And
It's
this
a
is the
main
it's a
thing.
champions win.
The fact that okay, Junior Party didn't play the best, but again, this is why you've got a team, and this is why again I'll reiterate we have the best defense in the league last year, and it shows because when you've seen the likes of Saliba step up, Gabriel step up, White does his thing consistently on a weekly basis. These are those are the guys that are making sure. Even Raya, I mean, as much as I gave him a bit of stick last year, thinking him or Ramsdale didn't really matter.
Yeah.
These are the performances which ends up getting you in that second place and hopefully getting you over the line.
That second.
And then even what's his name? Shout out to Timber, by the way,
Yeah.
Oh,
because
shit.
for a man who obviously done his knee in last year, played one game last year, he's come back in and full 90 minutes in a North London derby. The guy was an absolute beast.
And there was a bit of aggression going on. It
I
was
loved it.
I
the
love
drama.
What I live
I
for.
love it.
Man.
Oh
That
my
felt
God. What I
like
live for.
felt like real rivalry. It
Yeah.
felt proper, and
And I
I
went-
love that.
And you know what?
Nice.
Man grabbed him.
And you know what?
And I didn't expect him to do
Saka
that.
joined in
And
too.
this was it. That was it. I was like, my star boy.
Bro,
And what I did like,
loved
I
it.
like from the referee, and because I know sometimes we give referees a bit of stick. Sometimes he didn't go crazy like someone else this weekend. Didn't go crazy and gift cards out.
Sorry, this referee was horrid.
No, but for him not to give cards out like in that moment.
Yeah, 'cause-
everyone
yeah,
usually
yeah, 'cause
was
he coulda
card,
handed
card,
that
card,
card.
card,
I get it,
card,
but
card.
he ruined it within the 14th minute,
Bro,
Like,
Yeah.
throughout the game,
Yes.
he ruined it.
he ruined
Saliba,
it.
at what minute did Saliba get a yellow card for?
That was a bit
for
silly.
virtually
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
14 minutes.
Yeah.
And
That
I
was
was just
silly.
like-
That was a bit silly.
Silly.
No.
There was another one. There was
Jared
another one
Gillett,
happened.
that's his name.
Main character. Main character.
Like, I'm not gonna go into what I say like a couple weeks ago, but I learned my
Yeah,
lesson.
I don't want to
I
get
learned my
beeped
lesson
again.
about my
Yeah.
But no, the refereeing system this weekend was shocking with the yellow cards.
me.
Yellow card everywhere. We're gonna come to Chelsea, but yellow card for everything, and it was just a bit like, we get it. You're overcompensating with the yellow cards.
Yeah.
We understand, but in a big game,
You gotta
like
let
a
some
North
stuff
London,
slide.
you let some stuff slide, right?
Yeah.
And even at that, I think the more experienced referees should be refereeing these games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, there were even points where the commentators were like, "Oh, the stadium's not gonna like that. You need a referee that's not gonna give a
Care
shit.
what the stadium
know?
says.
Yeah.
Someone that's gonna let the game flow
Yep.
and not give a shit when it's time to not give a shit. Not every day, yellow.
Yep.
Like, no, it really ruined the game for me.
No, I hear
I
it.
stand on that.
I hear it. But that moment, I've seen that go left. Someone just gets the silliest red. Sometimes you just got to let the drama happen, and I felt that built the game. So
Yeah. Vicario, you're not that guy, man. Trust me. You don't want it.
He's not.
You don't want it with them.
wasn't.
Trust me.
Flappy
I saw the
hands.
funniest tweet where someone said like someone said something about you have to be so much of a unlikable character for the Bible brothers to put their hands on you.
Bible
It's
brothers.
true.
It's mad.
They'll put their hands on you.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever
man.
seen Saka like.
No,
the way
I've
he,
not
like,
seen it.
came
I've
out of
seen him
nowhere.
talk. I've seen him talk. I've seen him say like. I've seen him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get into little altercations, but that was like full in, ready.
But you know what I loved as well? Very quickly, Saliba. I don't know where Saliba came from. He
Out of
he
nowhere.
popped in the pitch. I was
Yeah.
thinking, my team. Everyone leave because
But
he
that's how it should
must have
be.
run from all the way at the back.
And he
Really.
said,
thinking
nah.
that
Someone needs
You
to get a
ain't doing that.
video of him going across. Someone must have it. We
someone
need
must
that,
have it.
please.
I love it, man.
Please. So,
Cover
all
it.
right. So that's you picked up 3 points.
Yes.
People call that a champions win because sometimes you got to win ugly to win trophies and stuff. So, on to next week. How does that game and how do you feel now that you got players coming back? We know what's up. You got Man City next week. You got unstoppable Haaland next week.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into that game after that performance with Tottenham?
I don't know about you. I'm still nervous to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because again, Haaland's on. City's just on
He's
form
just
right
moving,
now.
he's
Yeah,
moving
they're all
mentally.
just on form.
And I don't want to go into the City because I want to speak on Haaland's goal from the assist from Edison because I really need that. What he done there was crazy. But what's your predictions?
Well, we'll do predictions.
Predictions, god damn.
I'm just gonna throw it on the
It
spot now.
depends on who we play. I personally, and I keep saying this, and I understand, yes, Nwaneri's 17 years old, yeah, but I feel like he needs to have more minutes on that pitch. I feel like he wouldn't have come on if Saka didn't come off. I don't know what's going on with Saka. I really hope he's going to play next game because he came off as well,
he'll be
and
alright.
he was limping off. But if like Nwaneri, like as soon as he came on the pitch, his whole position is to create chances. He sits in that position and creates chances. He's like the best kind of backup for Odegaard. And I understand that obviously we want to have more of like the experienced players on the pitch. And I'm not saying that Nunweri should play a whole full 90, but I think give him at least 30 minutes on the pitch, bro, and just let's see what he can do. And sometimes you've got to be bold enough to make that choice. But if I know Arteta how I know Arteta, he's not going to do it. He's going to run the same.
Because you might
same
want to
exact
protect
lineup.
them.
Again.
The same exact lineup.
Would you want to put such a young
And that's what
against
I'd be
Rodri?
worried
Like,
exactly.
that's
Rodri,
kind of crazy.
De Bruyne.
That's
I don't think
that's
I would.
throwing him in a
Character
very
building,
deep.
man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
but,
is.
but you've also got Jorginho and Partey behind you. Like, it's not like you're throwing him just
Yeah,
in the
but
deep end.
but
It's
if
like
you're gonna
So who
know,
sits on
but
the bench? So if you've got Partey and Jorginho,
Martinelli, put Trossard on the left wing. Or start Martinelli and then move Trossard to the left wing and then bring on Nunweri.
If Arteta is brave, he should start Sterling. If he's brave.
and I wanted to ask you lot about Sterling. How did you lot feel about his cameo coming?
But I said I weren't going to say something about something he did, so I'm just going to stay
I'll
quiet.
tell you, if it's what I'm thinking of, listen,
Oh, no.
he should have passed to
Yeah.
Waneri. I can't believe he did everything right.
And
Is
you
that
know
what
what?
is that what you're referring
Yes.
to?
I know
Exactly
exactly what
that.
moment you're talking about.
Exactly
And when
that.
it happened, I was like, yeah, there we go. That's our boy.
You know
And
what
you
it
know what?
was?
He's just got to
There we
wash off the
go.
Chelsea
Yeah.
stench.
It's not.
And once he
no,
washes
no,
it
that's not. You
off,
see, this is
once
how
he
arguments
washes it off, I feel like
See,
we might
that's
be
how
There's something
arguments
at
start.
City
No,
as well,
don't-
though.
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
And
at
Liverpool
City,
too.
and
And
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
100%. But
So
under
let's not
new
say
management,
No, let's
like
not
under
just say
new
that.
management
No,
in this
no.
economy, we're
He's
gonna.
played under
we're
he's
gonna
played under
see
your
something.
boss's boss. So do you know what I'm saying? If he was still doing it there, and it's just part of his game sometimes, but no longer my problem.
We just hope that we don't see that again.
And also Martinelli. I really hope he gets his confidence back.
Oh, I do
Because
too.
I think that's
That
gone.
one,
There was a chance.
one
Yeah.
on one, he didn't really.
Yeah, to be fair, the whole game he worked really hard. I'm not
He
gonna
did.
lie.
He was
Defensively,
tracking back
yeah,
very well.
defensively,
Especially in the
like
second
everything.
half.
But it's just up front. It just looks like that confidence is just shot to pieces the last couple of weeks.
All right, cool. Let's move on to another result, another shock result. I'm gonna say, Liverpool.
Hey,
Now, this is the thing. We was singing their praises, right? And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Due to how they started the season. Anfield, Callum, Caltech.
I can't lie, that's poor.
Huh?
It's poor.
What?
Liverpool losing.
Oh, I thought you meant the goal. I was like, what?
Oh no!
I thought you were talking about the goal. I was about to say, should we be
Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry, man.
Crazy, innit? So how now? I know we was singing their praises last week. Do you think this really affects their season, or are you worried for the next team they face?
Do you know what? I was speaking to a Liverpool fan, and she was like, how she doesn't understand how they can all come back from international break, and he still plays the same squad over and over again, and he needed to refresh the team a little bit because obviously you've got Gakpo, you've got Nunez,
Yeah, they've got depth.
You've got depth in your team, so you want to kind of refresh the team a little bit, swap some people out. She was like, it just seemed like they couldn't get out of first gear the entire game. And when that happens with a Liverpool team, nothing's going to happen. If Salah's not shooting, nothing's going to happen. Jota's not on it, nothing's going to happen. So I guess I understand where you're coming from. Also, I do think that's the difference between winning the league and then just falling short because you can't come back from it. Are you the only ones to go to international break? You're not the only ones to go.
Because I was going to say Arsenal's main example with less depth.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, if that's going to happen every international break, obviously there's only 3 in the season, fine, but it's not good enough. They need to step it up. I still believe that they can go toe-to-toe because their depth is insane. Get that clicking and it's fine.
But they've dropped vital points already. And we all know...
Yeah, man.
well, you
Onslaught
lot will
needs
know,
to...
I think they'll win Carabao at most.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even want them to win. I don't want them to go to Wembley again.
You don't want them to?
No.
Why not?
yeah.
I'm over Liverpool at Wembley. I'm just over it. Every time they go there, cash money, I'm over it. And it's always been against Chelsea, so I'm
That's why.
over it.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We
I'm
ain't going.
fed up.
You never know, fam.
I'm not, and the thing is, if we go to Wembley, I'm gonna say I'm not going, but you'll still see me there.
Yeah, of course.
Like an idiot.
Because it's just that's the love for football in our team. So okay, all right. So Liverpool's dropped points in the race. 3 points dropped at home. I know they're not too happy about it. Did anyone fully watch the game?
No, 'cause I was at Selhurst Park.
Yeah,
So to be honest with you,
yeah,
I was just seeing notifications, and when I saw,
Because I was at the wedding, so I didn't
what?
really.
I was like, this don't make no sense. And also, Salah killed my FPL.
Oh, is it?
It's just
A lot of people captained him.
Oh,
And
you know what? I
He
captained him by
didn't-
accident.
he didn't do
I meant to do
nothing. By
Haaland,
accident.
and I captained the
Big mess up. Big mess up.
messed me up.
Big. I will never take Haaland off captain.
He's never
ever.
coming off. No.
Never.
No.
Man got a brace out of never.
Yeah.
Never.
Out of thin air, he literally
Bruh.
creates the goal. Nah.
But yeah, no, I didn't watch the whole match. I watched like highlights, and it's just exactly what my friend said. Like they just couldn't get out of gear too, and it's just strange because you bring on Nunez, you have Gakpo, and you're looking at the midfield. Szoboszlai, you're looking at Gravenberch did a fantastic job, and then you're just thinking.
He's really stepping up.
He's really stepping up. He's turning into this 6 in Onslaught system, and it really works for him, and it's really good. And I'm not taking it away from their title run because I think they're gonna have a title run come Christmas, hopefully. Fingers crossed, touch wood. But yeah, performances like that can't happen again. That's just it.
Valid. Let's go on to Manchester United and their. So let's go on to Manchester United. I mean, Rashford's back. He scored.
He's not back. It's Southampton. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Are we not gonna give no credit?
No, credit for
Nah, I
what?
can't.
Credit for what? You've been doing. No, never mind.
Like
it was.
no. It was a performance that you put up against a team like Southampton. This is no disrespect to Southampton at all. It's just they haven't found their feet yet in the league, and that's okay because it's going to take them a while to, right? It's Southampton. If they didn't win or if Rashford didn't score, it would be concerning.
100%. But then if he didn't score, it would just be another game where Rashford doesn't score. It wouldn't have been a big thing.
So
the fact that
do you not feel that this one goal could maybe kickstart something? This win and a convincing win can kickstart something for United this season. They haven't had a convincing win. This is a convincing win.
Could do.
Could it start something? I'm just playing devil's
No,
advocate.
yeah, I mean, it
you know
could
what
do.
I'm saying?
I mean, it could do. I mean,
No one. Why is no one?
why-
No one's scared of Man United this
Hold
season.
on.
No one's even.
and that's it. And that's the
haven't
problem.
been
And
scared
that
for
is the problem is no one's fully scared. I mean, let's also put it this way: if Cameron Archer had put in that penalty,
Yeah, it
that,
would have been a
that,
different
that
game.
game could have been a completely different game.
I
So,
agree.
I mean, listen, like I said, as Anita pointed out, it's Southampton. So,
Look,
yeah,
Anita's got some. She's got some
it's just
facts
to be,
for us
to be
here.
convinced.
I don't even have any facts. They have Crystal Palace away next,
Okay.
right?
That's-
I don't see them winning against Crystal Palace away.
Yeah.
You see how they
Crystal
dismantled
Palace-
them last season.
But
Palace.
Crystal
Palace-
Palace.
Palace is not an easy place to come.
But the thing is,
Nah.
they've dropped points at home.
Who United have?
No. Crystal Palace.
No, but when
Yeah.
they play against the top 6 teams, they
turn
go
up
into
to the
another
bogey team.
gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
Right?
Park as
got
well.
And
Fuck who's there
Selhurst
as
Park.
well, like-
And then after that, obviously, like, I know you said Tottenham was like Southampton. I know you. But Man United against Tottenham, that would be a bit of a difficult one for Man United. But
100%.
That's
luckily,
counter attack. That's counter
it would
attack
be
all the
counter
way.
attack galore,
Yeah.
right? But they're at home as well, so there's a lot of pressure on that too. They've got Aston Villa away, not an
not
easy
easy
ground to
at
go
all.
to.
No
Yep.
chance.
Not an easy ground to go to. And then they've got Brentford at home. Brentford that whooped them a couple seasons ago,
Yeah.
4-0, right?
Yeah.
Then they've got West Ham after that. I'm looking at all of these fixtures, like the next 6 fixtures,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
good
I'm
luck.
thinking, where are you gonna get all your 3 points from?
Yeah. Good luck.
And it's a bit of a struggle for me to like. If obviously there might be a game, they might get 3 points out of Crystal Palace. It might be jammy one. They might get 3 points. Cool. They might get 3 points from Brentford. They might get 3 points from West Ham. But nothing is a given for Man United, and that's why I'm saying I ain't getting my hopes up just yet for that team.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think there's something going on right now, and it's a big discussion that's being had with Man United fans and how unimpressed they are. So like it was said, yeah, right. A couple of people are saying it that they feel the growth of their club is so minimal for how long Ten Hag has now been there. In comparison to like, so they're having a look at like how slots come in. Even though Liverpool's lost on the weekend, he's come in. There's a difference in there. Since Arteta's come in, you can see. Even though Arteta's been there for a couple of years, there's a massive difference. For the years, there's a massive difference and change. Obviously, Enzo Maresca's come into Chelsea. You can instantly see a difference from when Pochettino was there. And it's like now, and I think it might have been Coach Cams that said it, and it was one of those ones where it was like he broke it down in a way where it was like, oh, we're looking at it and everything's just a little bit better here and a little bit better there and then a little. So, do you think that people are being too harsh on Ten Hag, or is that sanctioned? Because I personally kind of agree that you need to see more change for the years.
It's difficult when you demand change from your club as a whole, because the Man United institution, there needs to be changes.
Which Ronaldo was saying.
Yeah, there needs to be changes, right? But then you look at what you're seeing on the pitch. What is it that you want to change? Because the personnel is not personnelling for Ten Hag's type of football that we used to see at Ajax. It's not the same thing that's happening right now. So if you're seeing bit by bit improvement after manager after manager after manager, there is a personnel issue. You need a whole rehaul in that team, and bringing players in like De Ligt, I think will probably be a great signing for them personally. Players like Xerxes, you know,
We'll see. They're active.
Are you not sold by Xerxes?
No, not yet. But Agate, let's see. You know, let's see how that goes. They've got to wait until, I'd say, December to see this team clicking. You bought a bunch of new players. You're changing the personnel. You still got people like Rashford and Bruno Fernandes in there who are very central and key to that Man United squad as well. So it's still the same old shit, if I'm being honest with you. So
Just a different day.
a different day.
I think United is slightly different in this circumstance. I've always seen United as someone who has like the more mature squad, I would say. Like they're more of like the mature squad kind of guys. But if you look at Arsenal and you look at, you know, when Arteta came in, obviously like he did have the likes of like Aubameyang, Lacazette, Socrates, Kolasinac.
Scary.
Giving Coach some PTSD.
Even giving me
We live in a
PTSD.
situation-
Goddamn.
Holding, yeah, do you know what I mean? So we also had quite a few mature players, but then you start bringing in some of the youth players, and then when you have those youth players, I feel like it's easier to mold a team around them and kind of get them to play the football you want to play, and also sing to the tune that you're playing as well. Same thing with Chelsea. So many young players that you guys have in your squad. Enzo Maresca comes in, quite a young coach as well. He comes in and he revamps the squad, and it's not just like within the team; it's Chelsea as a whole. When I look at United, it's like you still have quite a few of those players. Like I personally think maybe some with quite big egos, but then you see how you have like the Casemiros, you have Varane, you have Bruno, and it's a bit more difficult to mold mature players than it is younger.
And I hear that, but just to counteract that point, then shouldn't they be doing better with that kind of experience? I mean, when you're talking about people that have dominated football in different leagues or being dominant in the Premier League at a point. I remember when Maguire's got experience. I remember when he was at Leicester and doing his thing there, and then he's gone to United. He's been there for a while now. You've got Bruno, you said Varane, Casemiro. I mean, all these guys, Rashford. I mean, shouldn't the expectancy be higher for the fact that you got that experience? I mean, when we talk about a prime Chelsea, that was one of the things that we spoke about. We all had the experience there, the leaders, the people that had the know-hows.
The difference
shouldn't they have that?
The difference is, right, our leaders played for the badge, right? They loved Chelsea. You're talking about Varane and Casemiro.
That's done. They love the Real Madrid.
Right. They've had their glory.
Yeah.
This is their retirement plan.
I'm chilling.
You know, they're chilling.
They're not going to come change their way of playing, like, just to suit United when they've been playing a certain way for however many years.
And it's worked for them
and it
for
has
that
worked,
many years. They won
100%.
several Champions Leagues, several leagues for that many years.
Just that, as I said, they're just also, it's not even play for the badge. It's just they're on the other side of their careers. Like, they were there for the big paychecks and basically to see out. And that's why, what's his name?
This is Saudi.
Who's the new man that just brought about part of Man United? Sir
Jim?
Yeah, so Jim Radcliffe, yeah.
Radcliffe.
As he was saying, like, you know, you can't be buying all these older players on these, for all this big money on big wages.
That's where they messed up.
Yeah, then this is why they're trying to redo it now. Similar to you guys in a sense, where now instead of getting who are you guys getting the Koulibaly to the world?
Yeah, we got Koulibaly and Abayomi and all that.
Yeah, and this is why I half respect what Bowley and Egbali did. Yeah, they got rid of them in one season. They said, all right, oldies,
out.
Over 25, there's the door, get out. It harmed us for a season. It was bad. I didn't want to watch us for a long time. But if that's the plan that they're going with, and they're bringing in some mature players that obviously not of age, but like in the game, they're quite mature. You're bringing that into the team, you're bringing that into the fold. There's balance there. So, Young United, this transfer window that's coming up, maybe not January, maybe the summer.
Gotta be the summer.
If you're over a certain age, get the hell out.
Get out the club, man.
If
This
you've
ain't
been
the
here for a
retirement
certain
joint.
time, get out.
But what I will
And
say is
spend
that,
the money and get new players.
but what I will say is, no one seems to have the kind of money that Chelsea has to just do this kind of, we'll
I don't
spend a
even
billion
think,
this.
I don't even
500
think
million.
Chelsea has that kind of money. I don't know how we're doing
Well,
it.
this is what.
No, do you know what it is?
we
It's
doing
the
it?
no, but it's the influx of players, and we do make a lot in sales. So
Nah, I
our
hear
net
it,
spend's
but-
crazy.
I don't think United has that luxury.
Yeah.
But
Someone,
that's
you know what? My
That's
friend,
the
process.
madness.
And
They're
that's it, it's a
Man
process.
United.
because my friend Pounce,
agree.
They are Man United.
it's crazy. Because my friend Pounce it was me, my friend Pounce, and my dad, and we was having this discussion, and he said, "Thank God that Ineos did not take over Chelsea with their expenditure, because he feels like that would have been a scary outcome."
Why?
Because he just feels that if Ineos had their tactics and picked the right players, but Chelsea had the money to also just give the money out and he said it would have been a scary outcome. He feels that Chelsea would have been in a 10 times better place. It was just a food for thought. I was
Wait,
like,
hold on. He said if Ineos was at Chelsea,
with what they have to sell,
Yeah.
make back, and then buy out, because
Yeah.
obviously their financial position's different.
and Chelsea would be in a better place.
Yeah, that's his opinion.
No, it's my opinion too. Because when I said it, no. I remember when Jim bid late. He bid very late.
Yeah.
I said, "This is the man we need. Is this one?" Everyone's like, "No. Let's go with Taboni and Bali." Now look. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. We're not doing it.
No,
We're not
there's
doing it.
Hey, I mean, maybe in a
Beef in the camp.
in a multiverse. But go on, talking on
Anyway,
Chelsea, I
I
guess.
like Todd Bowley and Igbali, for the record.
Of course. So so speaking on as we're speaking on the Blues,
Chelsea.
Anita, 3 points.
Wingers FC, come on.
That's all. Do you know what is a strange one? Because obviously I was at the wedding, so I couldn't really fully lock into the game all the way.
There's gonna be you guys need to insert a video,
Oh,
in this section that shows Prince dancing at the wedding with the game in his hand like this
Come on, man.
on the dance floor.
Come on, bro.
Insert it. I need you guys to see it.
Come on.
This
At
is
your
what it
bro's
means.
wedding.
This is what it
Groomsmen.
means.
Nah, man. If any of my bridesmaids did that, I would snatch the phone.
You know what's so funny?
and
Yeah?
watch it with them.
So I posted it on.
And watch it with them.
Thank you. Because you know what's so funny, right? I actually posted that on TikTok, right? It's like a 10-second video, and I had people commenting. Going up the Chelsea, up the, because people can relate. Come on, man. When it's your team,
we can relate.
hey, Copes, you've told me, I don't want to get you in trouble, but you told me you've been and you've had it under the table, and you know what I'm saying. Let me not bait you up, bro.
I used to do copes like that.
When
though.
it's his life.
I'm sorry, I don't want to bait you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
know what you're
man.
saying.
You know
I
what
know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about.
Yo, guys, you've reached halftime here at Keep It 90. If you like what you hear or see, make sure you give us a follow on all platforms. And also, make sure you comment as well. Would love to hear what you lot think.
Chelsea's game, from what I saw,
Yep.
I can't say I was 100% impressed. I can't really say a Champions win, because we're not like it didn't feel like that, but it was one of those results where
Who did you play again?
Bournemouth.
Yeah,
And
pretty
it
decent
was-
side nowadays, to be
But
fair.
the thing,
Not decent,
is, it was just
yeah,
one of
decent.
those results where we really scraped through. I mean, we gave away a penalty. I don't know what Fofana was thinking.
Sanchez saved it.
Yeah, Sanchez saved it, so well done to
It
him.
was a
He was.
weak penalty.
It was, but you know what? But the thing is, he had a job to do, and he done it.
What was the score?
It was
1-0.
1-0. Nkunku, but what I really want to mention and speak on was the bright spark of the game, funny enough, and it was Sancho. Sancho came on and made
I thought he was going to say Anthony Taylor, because that's the superstar of the game. Really.
He was like, it was, well, yeah, no, tell her like, it was like
That
Anthony
was a
Taylor
superstar.
and Chelsea, and it was like a three-way match, and triple threat. But I mean, before we go into the yellow cards, and I want to give Sancho his flowers, because he came on that pitch, all the pressure, everything going on. Can he do it in the Prem? Blah 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 blah. Does he just need to go back to Dortmund? He was the difference maker. And I didn't get to watch it fully. I went back and watched his highlights and him on the ball. He was really the bright spark of that team.
The one thing, or the couple things that I haven't seen Chelsea players do in a very long time is just take on their man.
Yeah,
Dude,
nutmegs, all of that. It was.
Got to work here, no?
Madueke does it.
Madueke does it.
But what I think for the left side, I think for the right side, we've had Cole, we've had Madueke that want to take on.
For the left side, ever since Hazard left, there's been nobody. Nobody.
It's been a gap.
We've had wingers that just knock and run, knock and run, and it's just so refreshing to see a 1-2 step over, a nice little nutmeg. Oh, you want? Oh, drop it. You know, and you say, I haven't seen that in so long. Like it almost made me orgasm. Almost. All it needed was a goal from him. All it needed was a goal, and I would have been done. I would have been satisfied.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Too much.
Talk of
Too
shit,
much.
twin. Talk
No,
of
but
shit,
it's
twin.
true. It was gorgeous what I was watching.
So to play devil's advocate real quick,
Yeah.
because we just talked about United and the fact that it was Southampton.
Yes.
Do you think Sancho will maintain that performance? Because
No.
that was Bournemouth.
And this is the
in
thing.
reverse.
And this is the thing. Obviously, for me, I don't want to, because on the flip side, when we won the 6-2, João Felix looked amazing. That game wasn't great against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
At all, in my opinion.
I think it's just had a little cameo in both games though. So
Yeah, he hasn't had. It's not a massive sample size, so that's what I mean. It can switch around, but I guess that's what squad depth kind of gives you. When one don't, another will.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
I think it's looking
That's
good
their
for him
roles.
for now, because to come from United and, you know, not having a great experience, obviously, with his situation with Ten Hag,
Yeah,
I feel like to come in on your first game and have an impact like that. So, I mean, for some players, especially young players, they can probably come in and feel a bit like, nervous about coming on the pitch, because it's like, I know all eyes on me right now. But he came on, he said, I'm back in London. I'm back in London. I'm going to take this game and I'm going to do something. So in order to have got an assist in this game, his first game on the pitch, it's his second game, he's going to come in even more like ready and confident.
and he is a confidence player.
And he's got confident, like young boys around him. Like he's got all of them.
and it's like when he went back to Dortmund, all he needed was that one assist.
Yeah,
And then he was flying.
and hopefully,
You might see
this
something.
is a start of something great.
I begged him to come to Chelsea in 2019, but
Yeah.
I begged him.
Begged. Now he's here.
He's here,
Now
full
look,
circle.
Sancho, you
Here.
should have listened to me to begin with.
Oh yeah, you actually spoke. Oh yes. I do remember
Listen
that.
to me to begin
She actually
with.
spoke to him.
Oh, is
and he
it?
said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I
Oh,
actually
I thought you
remember
were-
the
I
video.
thought you were just
No,
saying that.
I remember.
Oh.
I actually remember. I remember the
You remember
video.
the video?
I remember
I
the
had to
video.
mute it.
You had to. She had to actually mute it. 'Cause, yeah. That was funny. So no, but it's
Did
great,
that,
and
yeah.
hopefully that's a great start. But
Also, what's going on with Nkunku?
well,
I even want to ask you a question. Sorry.
okay.
I went so off.
Nkunku scored a good, very, very good goal.
Would you prefer Nkunku up top rather than Nicholas Jackson?
Well, this is my question. That was going to be
that
my
was going to be a question. 'cause
Yeah.
I need to know what Chelsea fans
Because
are.
I'm shocked that
are
he's
thinking.
he's having to start from the bench.
Yeah.
I
For
don't quite
Ja-
understand.
All right,
Jackson's
now,
a bit
whoa.
Oh, sorry,
whoa,
Miss Jackson.
whoa,
Jackson's a
whoa.
worker, but Nkunku gets it done.
Okay,
Really?
for me, it's very divided, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's different sample sizes. Availability is probably the main thing.
Yep.
And Nkunku has not actually been fully fit for a very long time, where Jackson's always been available. Now, if we're going to talk ability-wise, of course, it's Nkunku all day. But Jackson's also earned his spot in that club. He's always been available. He's been one of our best scorers since Diego Costa.
I'm
been at the
sorry.
club.
When
Do you know what I mean?
You got to define best scorers.
Well, out of what Moratas and the Havertz that we had, and
So the sample
Werners
size
and
is
stuff.
rubbish anyway.
But at the end of the day, he's come in and had a job to do.
But
And don't forget Nkunku. Don't forget last season Nkunku had a couple of starts and was not great. Obviously, for me, I believe after this goal, he should start because the link-up play, he can drop deeper. He's great with his feet. He's got good finishing, stuff like that. That should ideally make sense.
But the thing is, as a club, that makes sense, right? You just start your best players. That's just it. Start your best players, and
You can end up like United with that situation, though. Sometimes they do that, and that's why Casemiro's on the pitch, and then he makes mistakes and stuff like that.
They stopped doing that a very long time ago.
They-
When Ten Hag came in, they stopped doing that. Ronaldo was on the bench, honey.
No,
very
Ronaldo
long
was but that was an ego thing. I think Ten Hag and Ronaldo was an ego thing. That was nothing to do with
Boy,
best players.
Rashford was on the
Ten
bench
Hag
as
got an
well.
ego.
Rashford got benched too. Anyone can get benched. You start your best players at that time. Do you know what? I'll even give you it. Jackson has had a good start to the season.
Yeah.
He's had a very good start to the season. And I do think, give him more game time, he
Yeah.
probably will become a good striker. But seeing Nkunku on the bench,
Doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make sense.
No.
And that's why I say we've got too many people. Because
But
obviously,
he's not fit though. You know, Nkunku, a lot of times he
I
does.
think that's a false fallacy.
Do you think?
100%. How is he not fit? Where did he go this summer?
No, but there's been a lot. He's James, for example. Like there's sometimes we seem to have these things that just keep happening where it's like players are not fully fit. I do believe if Nkunku's fully fit, he does start. But then also you have to look at. But then also you have to look at when he has been fully fit and he has started. What has he done? And then
Wait, what?
I think
What
you
are you
guys
seeing that I'm
are
not seeing?
really in a teething kind of position right now where you're trying to find the starting 11 that makes sense going forward. And like, yeah, obviously having Jackson there, it's like, all right, well, Jackson's been here. He has been scoring some goals. So they put him there. Then it's like, right, having Nkunku kind of warm up a bit. I think sometimes when you disrupt things a bit too much, that's when everything just goes zoop.
I would personally
Because
start him next game.
Subbing
That's
out,
my thing.
subbing out Jackson and putting Nkunku in might shot Jackson's confidence. And then they say Nkunku drops a stinker, and then you then swap him out again for Jackson. It's like it's just going to be too much.
But that's the game of football, though.
It is. It is.
That's
It is.
That's true.
I remember back
You
in
just
the
have to
day.
find what works and
Back in
stick.
the day, yeah. I think it was like 2010, Drogba came back from an injury.
Yeah.
And Nelka was firing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the 9. He was firing.
Yeah.
Drogba had to start from the bench. He had
Yeah.
to come on. Can you imagine?
You have
My
to earn your keep.
goat
Yeah,
coming on.
100%.
And then at the end of it, they had to integrate them both. And we were playing that 4-4-2.
that
And we
was
were,
a good time though. That was a good time to be alive.
Yeah.
God, I missed them days.
No, that was a good
Missed
time
them
to be
days.
alive. That was a good time
Good
to be alive.
times.
No, I get what you mean. I think I would start Nkunku because I feel like the technical ability of the goal he scored was top tier.
Yeah.
And I think you should give him a chance. But and I like the idea of Jackson because Jackson's a nuisance. I like the idea of him coming on 70th minute and running at you.
That's the way
That's
I'd put
that's
it.
that's what
That's how
I would do.
it.
But
And
That's my
Nkunku's celebration is cold, by the way. Can we
Thank
talk about that quickly?
you.
I love that little balloon thing. Where does he get the balloons from? Does he have it
It's
in his
in his-
pocket?
It's in his sock.
It's in his sock. So he just goes in his
Yeah,
sock and pulls it out and.
it's in his sock. Yeah. So
I know that
little
balloon
bit
stank.
nasty. Yeah, that always stank up in there.
I know that balloon stank.
it's not too much of our boy, man. But no, and then is there anything else? Did you lot watch any of the Chelsea game on that? I don't think there was really much. I think Bournemouth kind of squandered their chances. Really,
Bournemouth pumped us.
They hit the bar within
They
the first
pumped
3
us.
minutes. It was not a great performance
This
from Chelsea.
was Arsenal versus Spurs. We were Arsenal, Bournemouth for Spurs. They pumped us on the pitch,
yeah.
but we just got to go. And that was it.
And that was, I think that was all she wrote, really.
Even,
But then do we want to talk about this referee situation? Because that was the epitome of main character syndrome.
Before
I've
we
never
go
seen
into the
such a
referee,
thing.
I also have another question for you.
Okay,
Centre back partnership.
terrible.
Okay, that's all. Next.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I saw a tweet today,
Wait, who's your
and
centre back pairing?
Fofana,
Cole and Fofana, and someone tried to put this pairing in there. You know when they put the bricks, you know how they do with, and that was my face. And I said one of the biggest
put the
problems
bricks.
they put the bricks, and I said one of the biggest problems, with this fan base right now is that we're
deceive
lying.
ourselves.
Yeah,
We
we're
deceive
lying to
Oh,
ourselves.
mate, but that's what happens when you're starving. When you've been starving and then you get something, you hold on to it like, this is what I need.
No.
Even though
Thing
you
is,
know.
It's true because it's either that or Badia Shield and
Nah,
Dizazi
Tosin,
and...
put Tosin in there.
Tosin had a good cameo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put
He had a
Tosin
very
in
good
there. For
cameo.
me, I like that, and I like him next to Cowell. I don't have too much of a problem with Cowell, and the thing is, I don't want to be harsh on Fofana because he hasn't really played proper football for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I know there's probably still a bit of, you know what I mean,
There's
getting
rust
back
there.
into
Yeah,
it. There's
yeah,
rust,
100%.
right? But let's not overgas it. We was literally ran riot. Let's not say like it was some
Rugged.
defensive. You know what I mean?
They
At this
dragged
point,
us.
I'm still trying to figure out if we can get Thiago Silva back somehow. Because, yeah,
And even getting Thiago Silva back, that's fine. That right-hand side, though.
it's in big
Gusto
trouble.
out. James
Well,
out.
he's back in full training. Saw that today. Enzo's
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Lavia's back. Gusto's back.
Enzo's
Dewsbury
the
Hall's
captain.
back. But still no Reece James.
At least your other captain's coming back.
Anyway, so I'm not going to listen to Shizelle.
Enzo.
On to the referee quickly before we move on from that
Totally
Chelsea
be quiet.
game.
Go on.
What was going on with that referee?
It's Anthony Taylor as well, which I know obviously people have words about Anthony Taylor, but he's probably one of the most like
one of the more senior,
He's
one
a
of the more,
senior
one of the more better referees, I guess, in this
referees.
crop. Yeah, at the moment.
14 he dished out.
I like-
and you guys have fines from it now.
I like the way Anthony Taylor referees when it's not with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Any other team.
I don't know what it was. I feel like there was certain points of the cards that I was seeing. I mean, I agree with João Felix's one. I know he did the pull, he pulled him and whatever. You can't do that.
Yeah.
There was somewhere. It wasn't even aggression towards the referee. It was just simple. Like I saw Sancho run up and say, "You know we got the ball, right? Card.
Yeah.
Card."
Even
you
what's
know
the thing?
that
What did Semenyo get his one for? That one confused
that
me.
one I
Nothing.
don't even know.
Yeah, can I confuse you? Because you were sort of talking to the ref, and the ref
Nothing.
just,
Yeah,
Taylor
he
just
just,
looked
the
at him and
ref just
went,
looked at him and said, "Card."
just
like,
curled him. I was like,
like you're too close to me.
Taylor literally he said, "Ugh." That's
Yeah.
literally what he
And
said.
I don't understand it. And I think like
Main character, man.
sometimes I don't know when referees do that. It's like, do you just want to control the game? I'm glad that they haven't brought out that blue card, because imagine people having to. Yeah, I don't know, man.
A lot of people are saying, well, online on the internet, are talking about, because Howard Webb is now the head of PGMOL, and he's all about, the referees make the decisions and kind of like main character syndrome, but not to that extent, but like the referees are the life of the party basically, and it's now reflected in the refs, because obviously the unspoken law is only the captains can come and protest to the referee, so any players that are
that's how
coming
they-
to the referee to protest, well, it's a yellow card because you're not allowed to do that. I think that rule sucks. Firstly,
I just
anyway.
feel like referees should just say, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna card you,
and that's
and
it.
they will just
Yeah.
back off.
Because I don't mind the whole captain goes up. Because to be fair, sometimes I do feel it's unfair for a ref to have like five guys
people around him saying,
swarming.
no.
Yeah, like I think
The
that's
captain should be, but like the referee
I don't know
can
why
just
people
say,
do it anyway. Like he's not going to say, "Oh, sorry, I understand. Yellow, I'll take
Yeah,
it back."
exactly, yeah.
He's never going to do it. So at that point, I understand pleading your case and being like, "Ref, but why are you doing that?" I understand that, but that's why you just leave it to the captains to do it. I don't feel like it's like what you were saying, Cope's like bear man swarming him, like, "Oh, bro, ref, it's too much at one time." So it's like, say what you need to say to the captain, and the captain come and talk to me.
Nah, fam.
But obviously,
get
when you're on the
everybody.
pitch, it's different.
Nah, fam.
Nah.
Get everybody.
Nah,
Get
hectic, man.
everybody. Do you know what?
Hectic.
Like, I just miss, like, call me an old soul, even though I'm actually the youngest in the room, but call me an old soul. But back in the day, when the referee did something nuts, oi, all the man them come surround the referee right now. And
They
the
become
thing
soft,
is,
man.
and the thing is, back then the refs were scared to make mistakes. They were scared. Right now, the ref can make a mistake, nothing's gonna happen. They're like, oh, okay, no, nothing's gonna happen. No, if you guys think you need a penalty, you run to that referee. You tell him, ref, make him scared, make him quiver. Because right now the referees are.
See, that's the problem.
The
And
referees
that's
are
why the
so
rules are in place.
comfy.
Like
The
Nah, we don't
referees are
wanna
so
quiver no more.
comfy. Let them quiver because they get paid a lot of money per game to ref. If you can't handle the pressure from the players, don't become a referee.
it's
I think there's already too much pressure on them.
Yeah.
Like, and so having added
with
pressure.
the
Of,
VAR and all of that.
I know, but it's like
They just need to do
I
their
think
jobs
it's just less pressure. I
right.
think there's less pressure with VAR now
There's-
because
I would be
it should
sarcastic. I would be
Yeah.
sarcastic.
No, I know, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I just
but they're also scared to get things wrong because it's like.
They're
But
not.
I think now
to some extent, I think.
because now it seems to be more of a thing of like back the refs more than it was before. Now it's like no, like ref said this, and when Arteta spoke out about it, and they were like, yeah, not having it, we can sanction you. I think everyone's been a bit more afraid, and because they're using that now to be like, all right, cool, let's build on some rules while everyone's a bit scared of us right now, and
it
then
sucks. It absolutely sucks. This whole thing is annoying because at the end of the day, in Europe, the whole of Europe, right? I don't watch all the leagues, so I say this with like a loose tongue. We probably have the worst reffing system. We
Yeah.
take
We do.
long to
Yeah.
make decisions. We get a lot of decisions wrong, even with VAR, even with goal line technology. They didn't want to bring in the offside technology this season just yet. Only God knows why. But it's just like, fam, we get a lot of these things wrong. Only just to be protected on the pitch. Like, if a player is frustrated, I believe they have every single right to go to the referee and get some answers because we're not getting the answers.
Yeah.
We're not.
I think
So,
I think it's just how
on
they do it.
pitch.
Innit? I think that's the problem. It's how you do it with the refs. That's where they're trying. But I agree with you.
what do you want them to do? Is write a
I
formal
think,
letter?
do you know,
No,
I
but
agree when it
what-
comes
no.
to the penalties, you want to be like, ref, like, how are you not seeing that? But when it comes to him giving out cards, he's never going to rescind it. So it's just like, when he gives out the card, just leave it. Like, what can you do?
But I'm not even just talking about cards. When you feel like a player deserves a card, you need to make it known, because that's how players like Saka, Hazard, these kind of players, they never get heard and they never get listened to, and they'll just get kicked. That's Saka. He's been suffering for a very long time. They need to speak up and say, yo, this motherfucker 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
But they're just going to turn
Where's
around
the
and say, we're
card?
not stopping that. We're just saying that we want one person to speak for that person, as opposed to 10 people surrounding us. That's what they want to do now.
Imagine if the captain is a centre-back, or if the captain is a goalkeeper. They've got to now run up the pitch to the referee to come and plead the case. Run up to their guy, say, okay, run back to the referee, say, whoa. Come on.
Nah, but
Come on.
yeah, but the problem is, again, it's like, because again, you look at something like rugby, you don't get this lawlessness in rugby, and that's what, and this is
Which
what
is ironic.
exactly. But this is what they talk about with football, and this is why they're trying to put these kind of things in place, because footballers, they move lawless sometimes. Again, you can't have 5 man running up and being hella aggressive to the referee.
Heritage.
I hear it, but you have to adapt.
Then they should, in the Sunday league, right?
Listen, gotta adapt.
You'll get some of the audience coming to the ref. Hey, they have it easy, if you ask me.
But I do agree that they need a new crop of referees. But until that happens, we're gonna get the same
old stuff.
Yeah.
same old stuff. To be honest with you, yeah.
Lovely.
All right, cool. This week, as we know, the Champions League is back, and what's wrong? Champions League is
Champions. The champions.
they're singing songs. I don't get it. Right?
The champions.
How we feeling? Champions League is back. Obviously, it's a bit tough for me because I can't really talk on it as a former champion. I can't really speak on it, but you know, we're gonna 2-time, but we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it anyway, regardless. How you lot feeling about the Champions League, and then the fact that you've got that? Who's your first game?
Milan, no?
Is Milan?
No, because Milan is Liverpool. I think Liverpool got Milan.
Because there's a
Shakhtar?
whole new system that's
No, we
going
got
on.
Atalanta.
I'm lying.
Atalanta.
You got Atalanta.
Atalanta, yeah.
Now,
And then Molas rise.
because
Rise.
you got Atalanta, and Lookman has been absolutely. I don't know if you've seen his assist that is going
I saw the
around
assist
the
in goal.
world right now.
Yeah.
He's going.
Sounds good.
He's going absolutely crazy. How do you lot feel about first the new system of the Champions League, if anyone understands it, and then obviously how do you feel that you got Champions League then Man City straight after? You're really into the thick of the season. What's your
Champions
thoughts?
League, your first game.
It's
You're
away.
away, and you're coming to the Etihad.
Yeah.
Let's be having ya.
It's a bit. We're away both times.
And it's a Thursday as well.
Yes.
Let's be having
Which
ya.
I still don't understand. Like,
Why
Champions
is
League on a
that
Thursday, that threw me off.
It's because they have so many teams now in the Champions League that they weren't able to get everyone on the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so they had to have one team on a Thursday. And guess what team it had to be? Arsenal.
And then you go to the Etihad.
Then we go to
on
the Etihad.
Sunday.
Then we've got Bolton 3 days later.
Yeah, we're into it. We're really into the thick of this. Well,
And then 3 days later, we've got another game.
Into the thick of
It's depth. I'm scared of the depth. The depth is what I'm scared of, and now we don't have Odegaard, and it's like if you look at the bench on the weekend, it's just academy boys.
Yeah.
And obviously we did have Sterling, Kiwior, and I think that was pretty much it.
Jesus.
And Jesus, yeah. But then it's like, if we look at other options, we don't really have it. That's the only thing that's scaring me a bit now. Atalanta, it's like, I don't know how that's going to go. City, that's going to be a really tough game for us to go to, obviously, as we know. And then we've got Bolton 3 days after. Like, it's a very busy schedule and not enough depth. And that's what I'm scared about, is our players popping down. And then as soon as they pop down, that's it. Because who we got to replace Saka, for example? Who have we got to replace? Obviously, we've got Sterling now, and that's cool. But I feel like we're just missing something.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't winning the league this season.
Atalanta
We're
coach.
going to end up crashing out of something.
Wow.
Carabao. We're probably not going to
Premier
play.
League.
Who are we going to play against Bolton? I'll better see academy boys against Bolton. I don't want to see anyone that had played in City
It'll be
playing
Jorginho
against
will be
Bolton.
playing Bolton
But then
anyway.
That's fine.
But then it's kind of like, you should be going for all of it.
That's what
You
I
know what I mean?
want, Needs. I want that.
I
But
want
I'm
that
just
for you
like,
too.
the only way we need that. Listen, you not got Conference League. When's that coming? When's that coming back? You better find out. Shit, we watch together.
Do you know we're playing someone called Noah's Ark? Okay, cool. Fine.
Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
So you
They were
played
founded
it.
in 2017.
You played a tissue last time, and now you're playing a Noah's Ark, a boat.
Copes,
Yo,
Atalanta, because I'm not even listening to
yeah. Well,
How do you feel about the game? You got it away. You got what do you think? Is it going to be the same lineup, strongest lineup possible,
has to be.
and then strongest lineup again on the Sunday?
Yeah.
Fair
Got no
enough.
real choice, really, have you?
Yeah, and then what's your so what's your score predictions at Atlanta? They're not bad. They're not bad. They can really ball.
Well, yeah, exactly. They won the Europa last
European
year.
champions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they won
The
the Europa
European
last year.
champions.
They won their game last on the weekend. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you.
I think defensively you lot should be alright. I know Lookman's on fire, but you lot have
Yeah.
got that.
Again, defense. I've got no issues with Arsenal. Just none at all. I'm not worried about that at all. It's just the midfield. That's just literally where I'm worried about. And obviously, Saka came off limping on the weekend. I'm literally just worried for that midfield. That's it. We'll see what happens.
And then in terms of obviously with Champions League being back, is it cheeky to do a prediction? Is anyone brave enough?
Not yet.
Bit too early, man.
Yeah, too early.
I'm gonna just say Madrid. I don't know about you lot. I just feel like
Oh
Madrid.
no, man.
Did they lose someone else on the weekend? Did someone else get injured for Madrid?
I don't know.
I feel like another key player got injured on the weekend. I can't remember.
I just feel like maybe when they just kick into that business end, they might just have something. They got enough.
I mean, them City, they're always going to be the favourites. It'll be interesting with this new format. No home and away. It's just literally whatever's in front of you
It's there.
is there.
Deal with it.
And
Yeah.
and
There's some few big games, aren't there?
there's a lot of big games because even you lot within the teams you can face, you lot got like Inter and
We've got Atalanta, we've got
Atalanta and
PSG.
AC and PSG. Like you lot got a lot of
Shakhtar.
big teams to face. Like I do like that idea. I'm kind of glad we're out of that scenario so we can see how it goes before we go back into that scenario. But
You're such a loser.
you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not glad that we're out of that scenario. We should be in that scenario.
we need to chill
should
off.
be in
We
the
need
thick
to
of
we
it.
need to
Let's have some class.
let's
We're
just take
playing
step
Noah's
by step.
Ark. Is that what you want? We're playing
Nah,
Noah's
not
Ark.
at
That's
all.
crazy. Well, where is that even? Where are they?
I don't know, middle of the sea. Bible, I
Maybe.
don't know.
You lot need a reset, man.
No, but this is what I mean. We're currently in it, so this is what it is. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see Lookman.
Yeah.
I think this is where Martinelli should definitely try to step up as well.
Has to.
Oh, we have to.
He's
Yeah,
got to figure out at some point.
I think he's got to try to take if it's not gonna work in the league and at the moment you got to try to take over that Champions League and be the main guy. It can't all be Saka, man.
I hope Jesus. You know, Jesus' form in the Champions League last season. I need to see that
He
again.
did well was it the group stages, right? He was firing
he
off,
was
right?
firing
So
off. Yeah, something's got to happen. Something's got to click in that midfield because I need to see some creation because we know Havertz can score goals. We know Saka can score goals. We know Martinelli can score goals. We know Trossard can score goals. Like we know that goals can be there. It's just who's going to be creating those chances because Trossard wasn't doing Ødegaard's role completely. But again, granted, he's not that kind of player.
he's not
Who's going to take over that? Because Ødegaard might be out for a little bit.
It can't be Rice. It can't be.
Can't be
Partey,
right, no.
It can't be Jorginho. Oh wow, you guys have a bit of a pick.
I don't want to make it an Arsenal thing, but we'll keep to Arsenal. And that's another thing why we need to be a bit more ruthless when it comes to international duty. I think we were talking about it on the way back from the last
Yeah,
pod.
100%.
And that's what annoyed me. We were talking about it. We were like,
You're
gotta be more ruthless.
Then it
seeing people just
happens.
go. You're seeing people get told no, you're coming back, and your players always go on the pitch and be playing.
Rice,
and
take Rice there because you ain't going to play anyway. But Saka, Ødegaard, no, man.
Shouldn't have been playing.
Come on.
No, I hear
Over a
you.
game that's not even
It
going to
will,
matter.
it will be good
like-
to see Villa though. They're in the Champions League, so it'll be interesting to see how they perform.
Who's
And
Villa's
how?
lineup?
I actually don't know. Do we know who Villa's got?
Young boys.
Okay, that's a decent game for them to start off their campaign with, though.
They should win that one. I'll be frank.
But young boys are.
They've got
they've
Bayern.
always been
It's their second game.
Yeah, they got Bayern. Yeah.
Away or
Then-
home?
Home.
at home.
Bologna.
Nah, they should.
Bologna.
Bologna. They should deal with
And
that.
that's at home as well.
Club Brugge.
Oh, yeah, they're fine.
So then
they're
Aston Villa.
alright.
So this
They're
is. But you
fine.
know what it is. The
Juve,
biggest
they're
test. I
alright.
think the biggest test for Aston Villa is gonna be the demand of playing that much football. It'll be interesting to see. I would love to see Ollie Watkins in the Champo. Yeah, let me see what he could do. He might really cause some chaos over there. He's got his first goals on the weekend as well. So
Good luck, man. Hope they crash out.
Wow.
Sorry, they
Still salty about
yeah,
last
no, they
season.
ruined our chances of actually. Yeah, so I'm
did
salty.
they ruin your chance or did you ruin your own? See, because
let's not do this.
Come on.
Let's not do
Anyway,
this.
next. What's next?
Next.
you know what I'm saying? You can't blame them for doing their job.
Next.
All right, cool. So yeah, but Villa in the Champo. That'll be interesting. How far for you lot? Squad depth, everything. Final. You ain't even got a serious face.
Okay.
Being serious. Finals. That's
of the
what I
Champions League.
want.
No, how far do you think you're going to get? Not what you want. How far do you think you're going to get?
I think if you can do some business in Jan.
Well, yeah, this is it. And that's it. Squad depth. That's what's worrying me.
Yeah, it has to
Business in
be.
Jan.
At the moment, let's
I'm
say
saying
I'm
fans.
gonna say quarters, and let's see from there.
Quarters.
But squad depth is a major problem
It's
because we've got one of the smallest squads
We do.
in that top 4, top 5. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
And then obviously Man City, they're still probably favourites.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Cool.
What about Liverpool?
I mean, the thing is with Liverpool and Champions League is Liverpool and Champions League, but do they have that magic? Maybe that's what they're saving it all for. I don't know.
Because the thing is, like, I just feel like, okay, so they've got Milan, Bologna, Leipzig, Leverkusen. Oof. Ooh, not Leverkusen. Wow. That should be juicy. They've got Real Madrid, Girona, and Lille and PSV, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I don't want to jinx it, but because of the amount of players that are in their last year of their contract, I think I said it last week. They're gonna want to come out with a bang.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to. So I'm not taking them out of the running. I'm pushing them towards semis.
It's an all-prem team. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that because all-prem teams outside of maybe Villa, you expect traditionally if you're
But
a
Villa's
prem
got an
team.
easy run.
Well, no, that's true as well. So
Sorry,
to be
I
fair,
don't expect Arsenal to be going to the final or semis. That's not an expectation.
we'll see.
It's not even a slight. It's just not an expectation.
I just think prem teams, they always get past at least the group stages. So
Yeah.
let's just keep it. Let's keep it
yeah.
a buck. So
Yeah.
it's easy enough to get
Let's
to
keep it a
quarters.
buck.
All right.
Don't you get bassy with me now. Don't you get bassy with me.
All right.
I'm
cool.
I'm a new man, guys.
And then the new man from last week. We also had the free kick, so it's all good. And then the WSL back.
Yes.
I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna ask you three for your predictions
Let me
of
hear yours, Prince.
me.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
always
we-
gonna back.
we-
I'm gonna back
we-
my team. I'm gonna back my
We
team.
said we're gonna do that thing where we follow a team, right? We follow
Yeah.
a team throughout the season.
Yep.
And we kind of back them. Obviously, I'm going with Arsenal. Sorry, Copes.
Yeah.
And I'm
beat
going
me to
with
it.
Chelsea. So,
Cool.
Prince. So who y'all going with?
I'll go with City.
I knew you were
Bunny
gonna
Shaw.
say City.
Bunny
Because of
Shaw.
Bunny, because of
Bunny
Bunny.
Shaw.
For me, I don't know, man, because I can't really say. I feel like I think that's the main three of the race, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to be
You can
neutral.
go for a European team if you really want to.
Oh yeah, then I'll go Barca.
No.
Trying to bail him out. Trying to bail him out.
I go Barca. You know what I mean? Right now,
See, like, go for Brighton. Do Brighton, man.
Palace just came up.
yeah, Palace just came
Palace
up.
just came up in the WSL.
Nah, Palace just came up. So
Yeah.
do you know what? My locals, innit? I'll go with that and Palace.
Oh, two.
Yeah, I'll look at
Yeah,
Palace.
my
as well.
locals. Why not? So
Yeah, first time in the WSL. So yeah.
just gotta try it.
Go ahead.
Gotta try it. It's my locals, man. It's my locals. But
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
oh gosh, I was gonna ask for some bold predictions. I want
gonna
top
make
goal
a-
scorer.
Top goal scorer.
I want top goal scorer of the season.
Jesus.
Bunny again.
You think that
Easy.
easy?
Yeah.
Easy. Bunny. But I think Chelsea will win the quadruple this season. Quadruple.
Based
Do you
off.
think?
Based off our squad depth. We are, and based off the fact that we've got Bompasta. Is that how you say it? Bompasta. Do you know what? Don't do it. Don't
It's
do
the
it like
energy, the bombasta.
that. I don't know how to pronounce
Hey,
her
if it's
name.
and if it's really like we might have to get that like clipped up.
Bombasta.
What?
We'll give you your time to get your pronunciation.
Yeah,
right.
Bompasta.
Okay.
Yeah, Sonia Bompasta.
Okay.
Thank you.
And your reasoning and that's your
Yeah, because
reasoning
Sonia,
behind.
what's it? Leon manager for how
Yeah.
long? How much
Serious,
success has she got?
serious,
She's got so
serious.
much success underneath her belt. I think we beat Feyenoord the other day 9-0. It could have been
Eesh.
worse. It could have been worse. It could have been like 13,
9-0
14.
is insane.
We took it easy on them. So yeah, Chelsea quadruple. We're going to get the Champions League, FA Cup, Continental Cup.
I would really love the Champo, to be fair, but
Champions League is the priority.
yeah, I would really love the Champo, man. After that, yeah, everything else would be a bonus.
Well, Arsenal women's is facing Man City women's on the same day that Arsenal is facing City men's.
Damn.
Yeah, 22nd.
So
That's gonna be. I need to see wins.
you want
both.
to see you want to see doubles?
If I see that, I'll be unbearable.
Oh God, yeah.
2 wins against City in the same day. Sign me up.
And how possible do you think that is?
Anything's
50-50,
possible.
innit?
Yeah, anything's possible.
Anything
Coach
is
don't even
possible,
look.
yeah.
Coach looked away like he was looking for help. He might be looking for them players that are coming in January or something. Like that.
Who are you going to be supporting? Arsenal or Man City for the women's scopes? Seeing as Man City is the team that you're looking at.
Because Man
Oh,
City's
no,
the
Arsenal.
team you're following. but
No, it's Arsenal.
You got to just
He's
you
gonna
stick
follow
to your
City,
badge. You
but
got to
he's
stick to your
obviously
badge.
Yeah, but
gonna
Arsenal.
stick to the red. Come on now.
No, fair enough. Okay, cool. So that's the predictions. You're saying quadruple for Chelsea. Do you lot believe anything for Arsenal or City as you're following them?
City should. Well, they could. They were quite close, weren't they, last
Yeah, they
year?
were.
So
It
that's
was,
it.
it was like the last. It was the last what,
Yeah.
2-3 games, isn't it? It really
Last
changed.
game.
Last right
Yeah,
down to the
so-
last game was crazy.
So I'm sure they'll be up for it again.
Everybody always comes close to Chelsea, but never quite prevails.
Listen, you don't have your main manager this season, so we'll see.
We've got I was going to say we've got a better one, but that's very tongue-in-cheek, but we've got a good one. A very good replacement.
Yeah.
How many
The
Champions
better-
League
the
she
better
won?
one.
Totally forgot. That's how much.
The Lauren James program, and she's actually opened up a scholarship to get more women into football. So I just want to give like a round of applause. We got to give flowers for that because that's.
Yeah.
I
Love that,
mean,
man.
it's one of them things. It's always gonna be a thing that everyone's gonna push for, and to see. I think it's very important when you see some of the best players from that really support it, because sometimes a lot of people, when they get somewhere, they kind of want to close the door behind them.
Yeah.
And you've got somebody that wants to open up the door, kick doors down, and create opportunities for the future. So
Yeah.
And this is why Lauren James is my favourite WSL player. In fact, favourite women's player. Because she's so real. She's herself. And people often complain saying, oh, you don't really want to interview Lauren James. She doesn't really have a personality, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She has the biggest personality and she has the biggest heart. So when people say these things about her, when people call her a dirty player or a nasty player, and then she brings out something like this scholarship, it just shows her in such a different light. And it lets everybody know that these false fallacies that you're trying to plot in people's heads about my James, it's not going to run, right? And in LJ, she's just one of those players that I'm going to back to the end, as in to the end of me.
Yeah.
Lauren, it's us now.
No, do you know what? I hear it, and sometimes I speak to like a lot of like female athletes or female footballers, and they always say the same thing to me. It's like, oh, I've always wanted to kind of get into football, but I just felt like I couldn't because there was nothing out there for me, or I felt like I couldn't really be me, or people wouldn't really accept me being a woman kind of footballer. And so for Lauren James to come up with something like this, it literally opens the door for those people to be like, even for young girls to go up to their parents and be like, Mom, look, like there's actually scholarship programs out here that can get me in here, and it's actually a thing now. Believe in me, let me go for it. Let me push that. Even if they don't get into like Lauren James' scholarship program, I believe that because she has kind of like got something out like this, there's going to be so much more coming out as well. And every player might have something going on, and it opens the door for more to happen, which means more young women get into the space, and then that grows the women's football, and that's what we want.
I think it's a
Lauren
big
James,
thing.
the GOAT.
The goat.
The goal.
And it's a big appreciation, and you got to give your flowers, especially when they're due.
100%.
And we ain't got much time left, so the last thing I want to cover is Jude Bellingham. He's actually started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to ask you lot your opinion on players, because we all seen Ronaldo start his YouTube channel and absolutely break every single record under the sun. Jude Bellingham has now started a YouTube channel. What is your thoughts on players? Do you believe that this PR and branding and everything like that, do you feel like that can take them, especially younger players, away from the concentration of football? Or do you like the idea of these players giving you an insight on their life and like behind the scenes?
I like it. I'm not against it. I mean, to be fair, he's not the first. He's not the first football player to do it.
He's not.
So he won't be the last. And even now, I mean, obviously, he's probably one of the.
He's the biggest.
He's one of the biggest ones
to
that's come out
start
recently.
yeah.
But for example, more recently, I think I saw Awobi.
Yeah.
He just dropped one. I saw Akpon. He dropped one as well. So they're all sorted to do it. And again, it just gives you, as you said, that little bit of look into their lives, really. I don't think it takes too much away from their game.
Yeah.
So it's just another avenue, I guess, to.
As long as it's not too much of a distraction.
Yeah,
innit?
well, yeah,
And
this
then,
is it. And someone like Bellingham, to be fair, his one looked heavily heavy
it's got
production.
mad production on
Like,
it.
there's definitely a bit of money behind that one, but generally for the rest of them, it's just another way of just seeing a bit more behind the player.
Yeah.
I think it's a two-edged sword.
It
I was gonna
is.
say this.
Kind of.
Like
Like the
but
old school in me is like,
Yeah.
but then like now I'm thinking, let people see your
Like,
personality.
I would love to see people's personalities.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to see what goes on behind the scenes.
yes.
But then it's kind of like don't meet your heroes kind of vibe. It's kind of like
and a lot of people do say that, you know.
yeah, and it's like what if there's something about this player that I'm now like, oof, that was a bit, oof. You know what I mean? And then the narratives start coming, and then it's just another reason for us a headline. And maybe I'm just a bit too pessimistic about it because I like to protect football players.
And because we know what
they
the
need the
community can,
protection.
we know what the community can be like. Especially like,
Yeah.
could you imagine if, for example, I'll take it away from Bellingham. I don't want to put nothing, but remember when Vinny used to get, or he still does, he gets a lot of stick. You know what I mean? So could you imagine if he had a YouTube channel and then, you know, the attacks online, it could really open up a lane for some.
But I'd prefer him to do it than, as we saw with the likes of over the years, take Sterling.
Oh yeah, that was one of the first. That was one of the first people that came to mind. Sterling.
If you just let mainstream media just dictate how people are meant to think about you, again, it can work not in your favor.
That's what I mean. It's a bit of both, isn't it?
It's a double-edged sword, man, because they can turn mainstream media is disgusting, and they can turn what can be so harmless and so, you know, so innocent on someone's YouTube page into a nasty headline, and they will say source Jude Bellingham himself.
I suppose what
But I'm pessimistic. I don't know.
but
Big
what I
up
would say,
Jude.
what I would say is though, with a lot of the players that have got these YouTube channels, they're big enough in the clubs they're at where they can't afford for anything stupid to go out on them particular channels. It's like,
Iwobi?
what's the word we put on his? That's
No, nothing. I was just saying that they're big enough.
yeah, but
I'm looking
Fulham.
at it like
Yeah, but Fulham, you're in the Premier League. You're not going to be doing anything. You're not going to be posting anything on that's going to cost you a problem with the Premier League and Fulham, are you?
no,
So-
not a problem. It's just with the player. Like, it's just a protectiveness to me for the player. I don't give a toss about the club or I don't respectfully. It's the player. I just hope it doesn't bite them in the ass because we've seen too many times the mainstream media come after our people, and it's not nice. But yeah, hopefully it's more of a positive light than a negative light, and hopefully mainstream media stays away from it, and we get people like Versus covering these type of things where it's more neutral and it's just more embracing the lightness of it all. But yeah.
That is pretty much everything.
Before we
Okay.
end that,
Jollof rice.
quick shout outs to my boy Miles Lewis Skelly. So I seen that he posted on Instagram that there was like a pitch revamp and a pitch that he used to always play on. So that kind of like creates more like game time for all the young youths that are in the area. So big up you. That was a
Hey,
big
give
thing,
him
that shout.
man.
Yeah, well done.
Big
Always a
shout
W.
outs.
Always a W. Always a W. And yeah, we're gonna end on that great news. So big up Skelly on that. That was another episode of Keep It 90. That was
go.
episode 27. We here and we ain't going nowhere. So appreciate you. Make sure you comment on everything. If there's stuff that you want us to talk about, let us know, and we'll be back next week. Appreciate you. lot.
Peace.
Yo, what's going on, peeps? Copes here with Keep It 90. If you enjoyed what you just saw, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube and keep up to date with us on all social platforms.